is my 5th video on YouTube, and today we're going to be playing Spinosaurus. This was the first fight whenever I first logged in. There was like 6 or 7 or 8 Sarcos, I don't even remember. I should have started recording, but I was so in the moment I forgot to. This was a madhouse, and I already killed one, and then they're all charging me. I can't believe they missed. Killed a second one. Suko's coming in. Suko accidentally kills his own Sarco, and then I finally died. So I took out 3 with me. That was pretty great. This was a little group in Sand Caverns. There was a little adult conch with its 2 babies, and they had a Suko coming to, I guess, fight me. They were talking in group chat. I couldn't see it, obviously, but they were planning to jump me. But while this fight's going on, I figured it would be a good time to talk about some TLC predictions for Spino. Alright, so the first thing is I think Spino will be getting some similar attacks to Suko. As far as its bite, I think it will be getting hook snap. Of course, it's going to have a regular bite. Then I believe it could have, I hope the charge bite comes back or something similar to the charge bite that Spino used to have. That was such a good attack, and I used to main Spino back when it did that, but I just can't aim right without it. I feel like I miss so many of my my normal bites with the current Spino that it's not really worth it. I'm not really good at aquatics anyway, but that's just my opinion. I hope charge bite comes back. And then as far as a claw attack, I think it will have a claw attack. It might have like a little barrage attack, maybe. I don't really think they'd do that with Spino because it is an Apex, and none of the Apexes have a barrage attack except for Duck, but that one's like a land-based attack. I don't think Spino's gonna keep a Stomp. A Marg and Alberta, I think, will keep theirs, but anything else, I don't think anything else is going to really keep it. Iggy has its front arm slam. I think Spino could get maybe a front slam if they give it quadrupedal and bipedal stance, where it can walk on all 4s and switch up if it wants to do an attack. I think it could get arm slam if they do that, maybe. As far as a tail attack, I think it will have its normal base tail attack. And then also, I'm hoping the tail drags along the ground slightly and do like a very low sweeping tail attack if it does get one. But yeah, that's what I think about a few attacks. Now, there's obviously probably going to be way more than that. It's going to have senses. I think it's going to have something different than Suko's senses or Duck's. I don't feel like they'd give it the same stuff. But anyway, this is an EO now that I decided to fight. This is like my first Apex versus Apex fight with my Spino. I haven't played it in a very long time, consistently anyway. I'm not really sure why this EO just stood and blocked. He could have definitely gotten around me, and especially here in the moment when I get further out on land, he could have definitely gotten around me and tail-ridden me. I don't have tail attack on my Spino. I'm a full aquatic or water Spino, so I'm built for speed in the water, not maneuverability on land or getting stuff off my butt on land. He was more worried about just utilizing his block, and I was pretty sure he's an armor build based on how much he was using it. He was stacking up his armor, but it wasn't really helping him here. The Alios are random. There's an adult one and a younger one. And then right there, up in the top corner, another Spino logs in. And I'm sure he was freaking out, didn't know what to do. But anyway, we'll let this fight play out and then I'll be back. little while later, I had found a little spino that wanted to quest off me. And while we were in Hot Springs questing, there was a bunch of lats and denons fighting an eel and a morgue. They were jumping at me, basically begging me for help, and my baby actually needed some food, so I tried my best. I didn't know how to go about fighting the morgue, but I did know I could probably easily kill a eel if the morgue would let me close enough to it. I'm not really good at aquatics, and I'm not really good at aquatics on land either. So bear with me in this fight. I definitely could have done some things different. But yeah, hope you enjoy the fight. Alright, so this is the next encounter I had after I'd taken a little snack break. This was an adult Rex and an adult Titan. They were actually chasing after a little bit smaller Titan. He might have been like fresh sub, maybe half sub. But anyway, they were chasing after him. I went ahead and let the littler one cross the river, and I distracted these two. I decided to fight them. Titan came in the water after me. I'm not sure why he decided to do that. It was kind of stupid to face take a spino in water. The Rex was trying to, I guess, pin me. I don't really know what his thought process was here. But now they're both basically out of stam. I knew I probably wouldn't stand a chance fighting the Rex on land. I was still pretty low on health. But that Titan was definitely getting really close to being meatball. But yeah, here is where... So the Titan had came back in the water after healing for a second and got his butt kicked again. And now he actually is like super low. He's like below 30% right here, if I remember correctly. There's actually a Packy as well, and he actually ends up charging the Titan. And yeah, see, he charged him. I thought this was so funny at the time. This random Packy decided to help me too against this Titan and Rex. But anyway, they're getting too low, or at least the Titan is. The Rex I don't really think was that low. And now they had to run into the hot springs, and I'm yelling at them. And they're running away like chickens and crap. But anyway, I end up following them to hot springs. Alright, so now we're in hot springs. The Packy was distracting them enough so I could get up and set a pond and heal. The Titan, based on my replay, was at like 10% HP. And I really wanted to get Tim, but I knew that Rex had a lot more health than me still at the moment. So since I'm up in the ponds, I decided to try to whittle him down to stomps, just stomp him real quick and then try to go back into the water. That tactic did work. I did get him to like around like 40% HP, but I had to put in work, so I wasn't able to finish this fight. They did unfortunately kill the Packy. I applaud the Packy for trying to help. That was pretty cool. But anyway, yeah, I didn't get to kill either one of these two, but I thought it was funny that they did that. But anyway, this is after I went to work and came back later that night. There was a duck in hot springs. I was just chilling. I wasn't really looking for a fight. I typically only fight if I get attacked, or if I see a group bullying another player, or like ganging up on that player. But this duck looked suspicious. He looked like he wanted to come in here and fight, so I was active friendly. I only fight if he really wanted to. I'm just acting like I'm ignoring him. He thinks he's sneaky walking around the side there, but I know what he's up to. He gets in the water. And he kept going under the water and trying to get below me. He did have backhand, so I think he was trying to like throw me in the air. Not real sure why, but I'll let this fight play out. So, if you can't tell by this point, this guy is getting his butt kicked. Anyway, he finally runs out of the water and gets up and trying to fight me. I'm pretty sure he's trying to get me to come out and chase him so he could throw me around with that backhand or throw me off a cliff or something. But I wasn't about to do that. I'm an aquatic spino. I don't want to be on land. But anyway, this is from the replay. That was how low I got him, and then my health you can see right there. I thought that was pretty funny. Alright, right here, I'm just questing, so I'm trying to get all the skins on Spino. The last one I really needed was albino, and then the blue coral skin, I think. I can't remember what it's called. But anyway, those are the last two I need, and this Kai decides to fight with me. I did friendly call him, but I guess he wanted to fight. This is my first time ever fighting a Kai. They're pretty maneuverable in the water, but he wasn't trying to bite me. I don't understand that. I think he would have gotten a lot further with trying to bite me than just barrel rolling me. I guess I'm fighting this guy. I get the opportunity to talk about the aquatic update on the PTB as well. I am looking forward to all those new aquatic critters. Also think it's if this aquatic update comes out, I think Spinosaurus TLC is going to come along with that aquatic update. And based on how long they're waiting to release this next TLC, it's been longer than any other time since they've started doing these TLCs, like every 2 weeks. Like, we're doing one every week and then one every 2 weeks. Like, I think the aquatic update is coming probably into this week or next week, if I had to guess. But I'm really, really hoping the Spinosaurus TLC comes out with that. I do think Conk will come out too, but I don't think it's going to be like a TLC. I think it's going to be like an ability update, not quite a TLC, because this had like 2 TLCs. It's a big one where I got a model update, then it did get like a small, like a few ability TLC update as well. But anyway, hope the aquatic TLC comes. Alright, so at this point, I know he's getting low on stam. He's been barrel rolling me like crazy for the past like 4 or 5 minutes. Like, this is getting crazy. I know he's getting low on stam. So I decide to push forward. He bolts away, and I can tell he's starting to get panicked, trying to look for somewhere to hide. And then I finally get him. He's definitely out of stam or very close to it. I could see when he started to panic and try to hide. Alright, so this is another group up in Hot Springs. There's like 8 of them, and they had just killed 2 titans. It was a Rex, a titan, and a Kilo, a Suko, a Meg, and I think a few other things. There's also a little random baby Spino that just popped up beside me out of nowhere. I didn't really need food, but I decided to top off. Them corpses were just like right there where them trees start. And I was friendly calling, like acting nice. Hopefully just let me grab a bite and then I'd leave. I wasn't looking to fight 8+ people on a solo Spino. And See, there's 2 corpses, 2 titans. They're talking in global chat about how you need 8 people to kill 2 titans. I'm like, well, whatever. Kilo finally counts me and the Rex turns around. So with groups like this, I'm pretty sure this group came from HT. The Rex disappeared like after a second. And probably to go get on a Spino. These groups are notorious for switching, especially up in HT. I used to be inside a group in HT, and that's what we did. We switched pretty fast. And they would come down, we would chase stuff all over this map. I don't really fight with groups too much anymore. But anyway, the Titan's coming down to keep me distracted, and you'll see a Suko and a Meg also come down to, I guess, distract me or keep me here while the Rex goes and switches. Unfortunately, the baby Spino, it wasn't mine, like, it wasn't with me, but they did, after the Suko realized he couldn't kill me or fight me, he targets the baby Spino, and he does end up killing it, unfortunately. I did try to save it, but, I'm sorry, they couldn't really protect you. Should've just swam away. But anyway, I'm fighting the Suko and the Meg in the water. They're both getting their butts kicked, and they eventually do run out. And I'll just let this play. So the Suko's low, the Meg ran out because he took 3 claws to the face, so he's low. Anyway, I call him out, I say they're pathetic group in Hot Springs, and after I get done typing that and start swimming away, the Suko, I guess, didn't like that I said that and started immediately swimming after me, like he was gonna kill me or something. I don't know. It was silly. But anyway, you see him come up behind me right here, hit me with whatever attack that was, and I hit him with 2 things, and now he's meatballed. He's almost dead. Titan comes over to protect him. That was silly. Anyway, I start swimming away, and the Titan's following me along the bank, and the Suko's also following behind me. So they were definitely switching. The Rex was definitely switching. They were bringing something for me. Anyway, this is a day later. This was just a Sarco. I was fighting in GP River. My ping at this time was crazy. My ping was like 400. And I was like, why can't I hit this Sarco? Like, I could see where some bites were landing and they just weren't registering. That's because I was lagging. And I was lagging bad. But anyway, that was pretty funny. And this is a Sarco. This guy wanted a 1v1, so I'm not super good at Spino, and I'm not good against an experienced Sarco player. This guy definitely had some experience. It was definitely a hard fight for me. I can't believe how it ended. I didn't think I was going to win. But ended up beating him. I could see where I was messing up, and I did end up fixing it. Near the end of the fight. Finally, that definitely took me a while to get my movement situated and ready to fight against Sarco. Like, doing that dodge, I'm slowly getting better at fighting Sarcos. I am nowhere near perfect. A decent Sarco player could probably still easily kill me on my Spino. I'm not great at aquatic Sarco Spino fights. I can defend myself against a Spino and a duck. But Sarcos they're a smaller target, they're harder for me to hit, I just can't do it. See, I'm meatballed here. I was not expecting to land this next bite. I was expecting to definitely not live. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will be making a part 2 if the Spino TLC doesn't come out. I hope it does. I have been waiting for this TLC forever, but goodbye.